My fiancé walked out on me 4 days before the wedding to go find himself in Asia. I am blindsided, heartbroken, and don't know what the hell to do. Me fiancé, Jack, and I have been together for 4 years. We own an apartment together, and we rarely argue. It was the happiest, least problematic relationship I've ever been in. I still don't understand. He proposed to us, well, to me, last year, and we've spent the last 9 months saving relentlessly for our wedding. The venue was booked, all the guests were invited, and both of us were so excited. I know we both individually had some bouts of nervousness, especially as the date got closer, but as far as I knew, it was just the excitement of the build-up. Jack never expressed any doubts about our relationship, and I have no idea why this happened. Until yesterday. 4 days to go, and I came out of the bedroom in the morning to see Jack sitting in the living room looking like he was about to throw up. I immediately felt something was off. He sat me down and started telling me that he didn't feel the same anymore and hasn't for a while. He said he thought getting married might fix things, but he now knew how stupid that was. To be honest, I don't remember the majority of what he said. The only thing I could hear was the dull, pounding echo of my own heartbeat in my ears. Then he told me he'd booked a one-way ticket to Asia, that he didn't know what he wanted out of life anymore, and that this would give him some perspective. And just like that, he got up and left. I haven't heard a word from him since. I must have spent about 3 hours sitting on the sofa staring into space. I can't even cry. This doesn't feel real. Reddit, what the fuck do I do now? He switched his phone off, and I have no idea where he is. I don't even know if he actually booked a ticket, but a lot of his clothes are missing. He's actually packed for a trip, and I feel like my heart has been ripped straight out of my chest. What do I tell people? What do I do? Where do I even start? Update. 10 days later. My post was locked before I had a chance to reply to anything, but I read and processed every single comment. Thank you to everyone who left me advice. For those who thought it might be Jack's idea of a sick prank, unfortunately, it was true, and he is currently in Bangkok with a high school friend. He must have been arranging this for months. The visa and injections for Southeast Asia alone take at least 4 weeks of advance planning. I haven't spoken to him since the day he walked out, but his parents called me the day after I made my post. They told me he was staying with his high school friend, and that he was scheduled to fly out the day after what was supposed to be our wedding day. He told them he plans on staying there for at least a year. He must have been saving money on the side, as our joint account hasn't been touched, and most of our paychecks went straight toward our wedding fund and mortgage. It is sickening to consider how long he may have actually been planning this behind my back. Jack's parents like me, but they are pretty cold people and didn't have much else to say other than offering pragmatic advice and apologizing for their son's behavior. Since that phone call, I've heard nothing from them, although they did ask me to contact them regarding the apartment at some point in the future, which I plan to sell. I will be moving back in with my parents as soon as I find a buyer, as I can't pay the mortgage alone, although Jack's parents said they will pay his half until then. As for the wedding, a lot of people suggested I donate it to charity or go through with the party anyway. I wish I could say it was put to good use, but I actually spent the day with my brothers and bridesmaids, crying for around 16 hours in between sleeping. They made sure I was eating and we watched a few films together, but overall it was probably the worst day of my entire life. I left it up to my parents to contact people and haven't gotten involved with the logistics of canceling. I don't know if we got any money back. I'm not ready to talk about it yet. From what I understand, an email was sent out explaining that the wedding was canceled and apologizing for how much inconvenience this would cause. The email asked that no one contact me about what had happened and that if people had any questions, they should speak to my parents or brothers. My parents ended up having a small gathering at their house for those who had already booked flights and hotels, utilizing some of the wedding food, drinks, and stuff. I know around 50 people ended up going. I guess it was a sort of bittersweet party, but my cousin said the mood was obviously pretty grim. None of Jack's family came, of course. Other than that, I don't really know what else to say. I've taken some time off work, and my brother has also taken 2 weeks off to make sure I'm never alone at home. Everyone is just so hurt, angry, and disappointed in Jack, while I feel completely numb. I still wake up in the mornings hoping this is just a weird, twisted dream stemming from pre-wedding nerves. I don't know how I'm going to get over this, and I still love Jack so much. I feel like he's been possessed by someone else, even though I know it's him. I'm going to start going to a therapist to help me come to terms with this. Sorry this hasn't been a happy update, but it's not a happy situation. Thanks for reading.